Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Lifing Up 101. Today we are going to talk a little bit about owning your first dream home from HDB, be it through BTO or SBF. So a little bit of background about me and my wife. We actually got our dream home from HDB sometime in 2017 through SBF. So it has been some time since then, because currently we're in 2021, and so it has been like 4 years. So in order to do this video, I actually called out our friendly folks from HDB, and I was very thankful that they were extremely helpful and very detailed in answering my questions. And I hope that whatever that I researched on will be able to bring value to you in your own journey of owning your dream home from HDB. So with that, let us dive right into the video proper, and I hope you enjoy it. So guys, I believe that you have heard terms such as BTO and SBF being thrown around quite a bit. And you might wonder, what is BTO and what's SBF? So for starters, BTO actually stands for Built to Order. And it's kind of like a pre-order with HDB. And on the other hand, you have SBF, which stands for Sale of Balance Flats, which is basically buying from a pool of flats that's already available with HDB, be it the leftovers from BTO, or perhaps even repossessed flats. So, what is the difference between these two? Well, number one would be the waiting time involved. So BTO being pre-order, we are looking at a longer waiting time, approximately around 3 to 3.5 years from the time of signing of lease. And on the other hand for SBF, since they are already available, we are looking at around 3 to 6 months since the signing of the lease. And pointer number two would be the pricing. So as we all know, right, we do a lot of shopping and stuff. Why do we do pre-orders? Because it's a lot cheaper, right? So for BTO, there is a slight discount to the pricing. And on the other hand, for SBF, you are looking at something with a little bit of premium because of the shorter waiting time. And last but not least would be the possibility of customization to your unit. For BTO being pre-order, you're looking at something that perhaps you have some options in, things like the flooring, the doors, or even some of the toilet settings. Nothing too major. But on the other hand, for sale of balance, well, it's busy blah. What you see is what you get. So I've broken down the entire process of application, be it for BTO or SBF, into 6 different phases. And in this video, I'll walk you through each and every phase, and I believe that you will have a clearer picture of what to expect and make sound decisions. Before we move into phase 1 proper, I think that it's extremely important for you to more or less know what you're looking for. If not, it's kind of like going over to a store at Dong Dong Donkey, coming up with a whole lot of stuff that you do not need, and having the whole jingle running through your head. So, in the case of a HDB flat, I think that it's important for you to have an open discussion with the people involved, be it your fiancé or your family members. And I'd like to bring your attention to 3 main topics that you should touch on. First will be the type of property that you're looking for. Second will be the estate that you want to be in. And last but not least will be the financial status of each individual involved, as well as the financial considerations of the actual purchase. Now that you more or less know what you're looking for, it's time for us to look at what's available for you out there. And this brings us to phase 1, the pre-application phase. In the pre-application phase, I believe that there's 4 main things that you should be looking at. Item number 1 will be to find out your eligibility for BTO or SBF exercises. Item number 2 will be to find out the maximum loan that you're entitled to, be it from a HDB loan or a bank loan. Item number 3, like all true blue Singaporeans, we have to find out the subsidies and the grants that we are entitled to when we purchase a home. And item number 4, we have to know when the upcoming launches are, be it for BTO or SBF. And we can do so by signing up for notification by SMS or email from HDB portal. I've actually identified a few useful tools on the HDB portal, as well as an article for Sidley to address these 4 different items, and I hope that you find them useful. The links are in the description below, and do feel free to click on them to find out more. When you receive a notification of an upcoming sales launch that interests you, it's time for you to take action, and this brings us to phase 2, the application phase. Take note that application is to be done on the HDB online portal, and the application window period is 1 week, be it for BTO or SBF application. There's also a $10 application fee involved, which is sadly non-refundable. During this period of time, HDB will release some relevant information to help in your decision making. This information will include the number of the type of different units within an estate, the indicative price range, as well as the estimated project completion date. On your end, you will have to decide two main things. One, the type of unit that you are applying for. Two, the estate that you want to apply for. So now that you have already submitted your application to HDB, there's really nothing much that you can do but to pray and to hope for the best for the outcome. And this brings us to phase 3, the ballot outcome. So the waiting time for the ballot outcome for BTO will approximately take 3 months, and on the other hand, for sale of balance flats, it will be approximately 1.5 months. During this period, you will be notified via an email should you stand a chance to pick a flat. A queue number will be awarded to you as well. So do keep a lookout within 1 week or 2 weeks for the next email, which is the most important, telling you that you are entitled to pick a flat. Once you receive that email, you'll be invited down to HDB to actually select a unit for yourself, and that will be yours. So I've also included 2 links in the description for the daily updates for the number of available flats and the number of flats that are taken away during each launch. So for those of you who really need to know on a daily basis like what's going on, please feel free to click on the links, and best of luck. Now that you have an appointment with HDB, congratulations! You're on your way to selecting your dream home. And this brings us to phase 4, the first appointment, also known as flat booking. During phase 4 and during the appointment, there's 4 things that will happen. First, you will have to select the actual unit that you want to stay in. Second, you will have to pay your option fee, and this option fee will be payable via cash or nets. The amount will vary depending on the type of property that you are looking for. For 5 and 4 room, you are looking at $2,000. For a 3 room, $1,000, and for a 2 room, $500. This amount will be refunded to you should your CPF be sufficient to pay off in your second meeting. The third thing that will happen is the HDB officers will be assisting you to apply for your grants or your subsidies. And last but not least, for those who are looking at taking on a HDB loan, make sure that you have a valid HLE letter for the officer to assist you in applying for the HDB loan. Now that you have selected your dream home, it's time for you to own it. And this brings us to phase 5, the second appointment, also known as the signing of lease agreement. During this appointment, there are 2 main things that will happen. First, you'll need to finalize the type of loan that you're taking on. So if you're taking a HDB loan, you'll be required to hand in a valid HLE letter to the officer. And if you're taking a bank loan, you'll be required to hand in a letter of offer from the bank. Now, the second thing that will happen during this meeting is the initial bulk of payments that is required of you. So for those who are taking a HDB loan, you are looking at 3 different components. First is a 10% down payment. Second is a 1 to 3% stamp duty of your property. And third will be the legal fees. For you to have a better estimate on this respective amount, I've actually included a few links in the description, and they will bring you over to some useful tools on the HDB portal. And with that, you will have a clearer picture of how much you're expected to pay during the second meeting. For those of you who are taking on a bank loan, from what I know, is around 20% down payment and also 5% cash. But please check with your respective banks because the information may differ. And with that, this amount, please take note that it will be payable by your 3 components as well. You can pay via your CPF, your loan, or actual cash. Finally, the long-awaited fall moment is here. is the moment that many people post on social media about, and it is Phase 6, also known as Key Collection. The key collection waiting time will differ from BTO and SBF. For BTO, you are looking at around 3 years from the second meeting. And for SBF, you are looking at around 3 months from the second meeting. For those who have applied under the Fiance-Fiancee scheme, do take note that you will be required to present your marriage certificate within 3 months of the key collection date. And with that, congratulations on owning your first dream home. Hi guys, thank you once again for watching our videos, and we hope that our content has been useful for you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and feel free to drop us a comment should you have any questions, and we will love to explore them with you. Till then, stay safe and life up.